Summer is known to bring many people joy and happiness. The sun is out for the majority of the time, there is no school, and most people tend to have a great time. Not only that, but when summer rolls around, you best believe there are some banger movies coming as well. This year, the big two movies of the summer are Deadpool and Wolverine that comes out next week, and obviously Inside Out 2. Last I checked, Inside Out 2 had generated over $1.2 billion at the worldwide box office in just 2 weeks. Ever since Inside Out 2 came out, the big question on everyone's mind was not only if it was good, but whether or not it lived up to the greatness of the first movie. So today we will be talking about Inside Out 2 and whether or not I think it's better than the first movie. After the events of the first movie, Riley is doing amazing with the help of the emotions, but she has also started to develop a self-consciousness so that her actions determine what kind of person she has become, and she can make decisions like that without the help of the people behind the crew. And we know in a movie when everything is perfect and it's all sunshine and rainbows, something has to go and screw it up. In this case, the bad apple is a little something that we all have or will go through in life. Puberty. After Riley's 13th birthday, a demolition crew shows up to tear things down and make room for the new emotions that are coming. And they also make the keypad, you know, the thing that all the emotions touch to like make Riley react in a certain way. They make it super sensitive, so even the slightest touch has great repercussions. Anyway, in the midst of all that, our brand new emotions show up with anxiety taking the lead. Anxiety is all about preparing things that are still to come, preparing for the future, and overthinking and everything like that. With the brand new crew also comes Ennui, who I guess just doesn't really care and is really sarcastic, and he was really awesome. Envy is another character, but unlike the name, Envy is actually super cute like a little baby. Her thing is obviously being envious towards others, but being overly nice about it. And last but definitely not least was Embarrassment, who apart from anxiety was my favorite new emotion. When the new emotions show up, they start to take over and push out the original crew because Riley doesn't need them anymore. So they kick them out of headquarters and also throw out the self-consciousness that Joy had built for Riley. So this means the original crew needs to escape, find and bring back the self-consciousness thing that Riley had before anxiety fully takes over Riley's body. During this time, Riley has two best friends, but she learns that they will split up when high school rolls around, so Riley really wants to join the new hockey team and make friends with the new team. With the help of anxiety, Riley abandons her best friends with the fear of being alone when they are forced to be separated. This movie was really fast-paced, to the point where when the movie was over, I was like, what happens next? Because I genuinely thought that only 30 minutes had gone by, but the movie was already over. But that's actually a really good thing because that means the movie was super easy to watch, and it obviously means that I'm going to rewatch it again. I related to this movie a lot more than I did the first one. When anxiety took control, I felt very targeted because I want to succeed in life, which I'm sure many people do as well, and because of that I tend to be kind of hard on myself because I genuinely want to be the best at whatever it is that I do. And to be completely honest, this movie made me cry. At first I didn't even know why I was crying because the tears were just coming, but I quickly understood why. The movie hit hard, especially when anxiety took control. But I kind of like that. I like movies that make me feel in a certain way. But I also related to this movie because I'm not a kid. I'm 19 years old, so I know exactly what Riley is going through. I think that if someone watched the first movie as a kid and grew up with Riley so that when the second movie comes out, they are also a teenager, that would be a really cool experience. But for me, who had already gone through puberty, or at least I hope so, it meant a little more, and you could relate to it just so much more because everything had already happened to you. In the movie, Joy says maybe this is what happens when you grow up. You feel less joy. And I could relate to that for my younger years as a teenager, but nowadays, I am really grateful and I'm really happy to be alive. I also want to give a huge shout out to Maya Hawke, who played Anxiety, because she did a phenomenal job. If you haven't figured it out by now, I really like this movie. I thought it was amazing and it was so much better than I thought it was going to be. Many movies nowadays make sequels even though they're not needed, and sadly a lot of them don't live up to the original. Before watching Inside Out 2, I didn't really think that it was necessary to have a sequel. But after watching it, I can relate to it more, I like it more, and it was just amazing. I would say that every single teenager should watch this movie, and I would even go as far as to putting it on my list for movies that everybody should watch. If you would like a video on that topic, let me know. I am done yapping. Bye.